Baby, you're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen. Baby, you're my coat. She got me feeling like a dope.
Ladies, spring is near. If you're looking for quality, affordable fashion handbags, shop with Noble Companion. You can find them online at www.shopnoblecompanion.com. They are located at 1912 East NC 54, Durham, North Carolina. Please go check them out.
Welcome back to Love Life After. I'm Christelle.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Scotty.
Hey, Scotty. Okay. All right. Well, definitely caught me off guard with that name. But we have Mr. Scotty, Brittany's little brother, on today. So welcome.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
We're glad for you to be here. Anyway, so how's y'all week been going this week?
Good.
So how y'all been?
My week been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my week been pretty good.
Really, that's good. I've been looking for a place, so that's been stressful. As far as like moving and try to figure it out. One day at a time. So, but anyways, Brittany, how are you adjusting to your new place?
Good. I'm still kind of unpacking, waiting for furniture. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I'm settled in, but you know how that go.
Yeah.
When you gotta get furniture, still unpacking and stuff like that. It's not much that I'm unpacking, but I'm mostly settled in though. So it's been good.
That's good. Are you gonna do a housewarming anytime?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know.
I haven't really decided on that yet.
Yeah.
I only been in my house for like not even a whole 2 months.
Right.
So.
What about you?
See.
I know you just moved.
I'm thinking about it, but not too sure, to be honest.
Where you moved to? You're
In
local
Raleigh.
in Raleigh?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Raleigh.
That's good. But anyway, so this week we're gonna go back and get back into our routine where we talk about love, life, and after segment. So yesterday, actually, I have to tell you this. We were having a conversation yesterday where Carmela and Emery were like, they feel like I suppress my feelings. Do you feel like I suppress my feelings?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you? No, I'm so serious. Do you think that?
I don't know the definition of suppress, so I can't answer that.
Damn, really? Okay, can you explain? Okay, I'm gonna move to Brittany. Can you explain to me? I'm really curious.
For one, I feel like you're not an open book. I feel like you do suppress your feelings. I feel like you don't really speak how you feel sometimes. I feel like you kind of try to like glaze it over a little bit. You don't really go deep into how you feel. Yes, absolutely.
That is so weird.
I agree with that.
Oh, now you agree with it?
I didn't know what it meant, but now that she said it, yeah, I agree with that.
Wow, that is so funny that y'all say that because I really feel like I'm really open with people. Whenever people ask me questions, especially what my feeling goes, I'm open about it. But,
I think you getting there, but I feel like you got still a lot of work to do. But you know, it's not for everybody. Everybody can't be an open book. Everybody don't wear their heart on their sleeve. Like I don't think you just that type of person.
I think I am though, but I feel like I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out why like people think that because I feel like I'm very open with people, especially when it comes to like my, life or my business, my life.
I mean,
of
course, because you're a hairdresser, so it's like you kind of gotta be open and you gotta be like, you have to like interact with people and stuff like that. But I mean, that's your job, so I feel like it's different.
No. That's interesting. I'm gonna talk about that with my therapist this week because I haven't got that from her yet. Because I really honestly feel like I'm open with a lot of people in my life with you guys. So that's why I was like, really? I was kind of surprised.
Yeah, I feel like eventually, like if you're upset enough, I feel like you'll say how you really feel.
Yeah.
I think you got to get to that breaking point to actually like say how you really feel.
But isn't a lot of people like that though?
I mean,
if you have to get to a breaking point to say what you feel, then doesn't a lot of people do that though?
Nah, not necessarily. Because I mean, with me, for example, like I mean, granted, like I feel like I take on a lot, But I feel like for the most part, I'm very like transparent and open. I feel like, you feel what I'm saying? But it's certain things that I'll continuously let slide, and then I'll get to a breaking point too, and then that's when I spaz. Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But for the most part, I feel like I'm transparent and open about how I feel about stuff. So a lot of stuff it don't really get to that point because it's already established
And
on Front Street.
That's weird because I feel the same way. I feel like I'm transparent about things. But I
that's
feel like
what I say.
do say.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel
until
like
I get to my breaking point.
I feel like you're getting there. I feel like you're better. But I feel like you haven't always been that way, and I feel like with certain situations and stuff like that, you do suppress your feelings. So I think it just depends. I think it's situational with you.
Or maybe because I'm just like I'm not confrontational.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's probably what it is. I just
kind of like, okay, it is what it is. Just let it go and move on.
Yeah.
But anyways, well, I guess we'll learn more as we go. But okay, so Brittany got some icebreaker questions for us this week. So let's go and get into it.
Let me see. I'm trying to think of some. I got a whole like list, but
well, just pick
all
one.
right. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
The best piece. I don't know. I don't know who's giving me. Maybe just to be myself.
Okay.
Like I think that's. I mean, I think I actually tell people that a lot. So when I hear it coming from other people, like especially when I'm nervous, like when we were taking our pictures, I was like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna be myself. I feel like sometimes I'm like a little uptight. So yeah, just being yourself. I don't know. I can't really think of any other hard.
What about you, Scotty?
What about you?
Probably. It was a while ago. I was like 16 at the time when I first started working at Harris Teeter, my first job. This guy, he just told me like to stay true to myself and keep working hard because he used to see me like driving my bike to work, riding my bike to work every day, and like he would just always like preach to me and tell me like I'm a good person, and stay true to myself. So that's just something I always remember.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mine would be. I mean, people always tell me that, like, to stay humble. They know I got a good heart and stuff, but my best friend always tell me, like, yo, Britt, you need to relax and just smell the roses. Because I be so serious about stuff. Like, I'm always serious. Like, even, like, when I was in, like, middle school and stuff like that, like, she be like, yo, I want to go, let's go ride our bike. I'm like, nah, I'm studying. Like, I always, even, like, when I was in college and stuff like that, I always just took stuff so serious.
But do you take those advice now? Do you like
absolutely?
Yeah, that's good.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's good.
All right. Here's another good one. If you had to write a book, an autobiography, what would the title be?
Wow. I actually was just thinking about that the other day because I'm writing my book and I was trying to figure out what the title was going to be, and I still haven't figured it out yet. So I don't know.
Well, think of something.
I honestly don't know. I am thinking. I'm thinking about it because it's a lot. It's a tough one. It's going to be surprising. I don't know. What about you, Bubby?
Probably Scotty is life.
Okay, Scotty is life.
Okay.
Let me just say, where's Scotty come from? Because I know you as Bub, but okay, Scotty, where does Scotty come from?
I used to sell weed, and I used to tell people my name is Scotty.
Oh
my government name.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Brittany?
My title for my autobiography would either be like Diamond in the Rough or Concrete Rose.
Diamond on the Rough or Concrete Rose. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like something that's already out.
It is. Ashanti, she got an album, Concrete Rose, but I just like that name.
That's Charlene. Remember Charlene?
Oh yeah, that's her
name.
Instagram name. But yeah.
Shout out to Charlene. Okay, go ahead.
Let me do a fun one.
Do two more, and then we'll get started.
This is not really fun, but it's kind of funny. Which band or artist, dead or alive, would you play at your funeral? Like, who would you want to perform at your funeral?
Dead or alive.
Mm-hmm. Any musician
Dead
or
or
Definitely
artist.
alive.
Tupac for me.
Maybe Whitney.
Whitney.
Mm-hmm. Whitney
Dead
Houston.
or alive artist. I don't know. That's a hard one for me.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I would say, dang, who I be listening to? Janae. Janae.
Janae.
That would be nice
Okay.
for her to perform at my funeral.
What kind of question is that?
These are great icebreaker questions. That's what kind of question it is.
Okay, if you say
All
so.
right, coffee or tea?
Tea.
T.
Definitely tea.
Definitely
I'll
T.
take both.
I think tea is more relaxing to me than coffee.
I
Coffee
like,
just makes me jittery. Like, and actually make, well, yeah, sometimes depending on like what kind of coffee is, it put me to sleep.
yeah, I could drink coffee at night and go to sleep.
Yeah.
I love
So,
coffee.
so I'd rather do
All
tea.
right, well, let's transition into the love segment of Love Life After. So, like, what has been going on in your love life, Scotty?
It could be
Or
anything.
anything, like
It could
anything you
be
love.
something you love, passionate about, your love life.
Main thing I'm passionate about is really getting money. To be honest, my love life right now.
Kind of complicated.
Yeah, kind of complicated, honestly. But my dog. I definitely love my dog.
Mm-hmm.
Take him to the dog park.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's what happens
That's
when you
your
have animals.
child.
Yeah, for real, they
Yeah.
like kids.
Um, but I'm not really like looking for love. Honestly, I'm just trying to focus on myself. I'm trying to better myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to counseling and therapy and stuff like that.
Oh,
Anger
you
management.
are? Oh, look at it. He,
Yeah.
as a man going to therapy. Good for you.
That's what's up.
And yeah, I'm just focused on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
That's good.
for now.
So that's what you're loving self love. You
Yeah.
okay? That's good. I like that. What about you, Missy?
What do I love right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right
What are
now,
you loving right now?
I'm loving my new space.
I
Like
know
my new
that's right.
space in my house. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
just, I ain't even want to go out this weekend. I just wanted to be in the
Yeah.
house
That's how
and
I feel
chill.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Since I
About your
moved,
new
I don't
place,
want to go nowhere. I just want to
Yeah,
stay in my house.
right?
just stay and chill. Last night I got some canvases and some like acrylic paint and like we painted some canvases in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun. I'm just trying to, make the most out of my space, my time, my comfort. Like my house is that's what I love right now.
That's
It's very
good.
peaceful.
Yeah, I agree.
That's good. That's really good. My focus, of course, is still just family. Just trying to.
What about your love life?
That's
How's
what I'm
that?
saying. Family.
Family?
Yeah. I'm trying to focus on family right now. That's what I'm loving. And trying to get all the negative energy out. I
Yeah.
was actually supposed to meet with like a friend a couple weeks ago, um, and of course I had my wisdom out that week, and I felt like it was meant to be that I wasn't able to meet with that person because I'm now in a place where I feel like I shouldn't worry about it anymore. Cause okay, so it had to do with my kids, right? So my kids felt like this person is like this person don't really care about them. So they felt like this person is, you know, like what's the point? Why do you want to tell this person things or whatever or whatnot? So I was like, you know what? Let me reach out to this person and like let them know, hey, this is how my kids feel about you. I feel like you should connect with them, and I feel like if, regardless if you and I are having whatever issues we're having, that it shouldn't
Affect
affect
the
them.
relationship
And
with the kids.
exactly. And then of course, Isaiah, he's just like, so whatever. Why do you care? It's nonchalant. Like, why do you care what this person thinks about to Anaya? So, and I was like, oh wow, like if they feel like I'm here thinking, oh my gosh, she maybe check on them, whatever, but and they see stuff like that. They like pay attention to things like that. They're like, okay, well, she don't care about us because her and mom are not as close anymore. So, and I was like, you know what? Let me reach out to this person, ask her, hey, do you want to meet? Maybe talk about what's going on because I don't want whatever's going on to affect the kid. And for some reason, when I got sick, not sick, but when I got my wisdom out, I was like, okay, maybe I should be fine by a couple of days, and I wasn't. So I let them know, and it just after that, it just felt like none like factor, like it didn't matter anymore because I was like, at this point, that shouldn't be something I worry about because if somebody don't want to be in my kid's life, don't be in my kid's life. Like, don't, 1 second say, hey, okay, I'm in your life, and then the next second, like, we all go through stuff. Like, but they're kids and then they notice stuff. So at this point, I don't want anybody that's going to be like affecting my kids in any types of way to be in their life. If they're choosing, just stay away completely or just, if you're going to be in their life, be in their life. If you're going to be halfway doing it, don't do it.
Right.
That's just how I feel. So, if they're listening, like, I hope they get the point. I want to leave it where it is and I'm okay and I'm going to be at peace with it. So at the end of the day, they're kids and if I'm taking on their hurt, which it hurt me, I feel like I should be able to protect them. You know what I mean? So that's my way of protecting them. That like let's just leave it at that. It is what it is. Do what you got to do, and then I'm gonna do what I got to do to protect my kids.
Yeah,
And then that's
I don't
it.
force nothing on nobody. I ain't with that. I used to be
Right.
on some stuff like that. Oh, I want my kids to have relationships with such and such, such and such. But it's just like, that's a 2-way street.
Right.
And especially if my kids like they ask, and then like I try to bring my kids around and try to have those relationships. I'm not gonna keep forcing it because it's like a 2-way street.
Exactly.
Like especially like with grandparents or like immediate like close family members. I don't have the energy for that because
right.
just like I could pick up the phone and call, and I can go
could do
drop the
the
kids off. You can
same
do the same thing.
thing.
You could come to my house. I could come to your house. My kids could call you. You can call them. It both work. It worked both ways. And like my kids don't even know like none of my father's side of the family. And it's like at one point in time, it really made me feel away. But now I'm over it because it's like, granted, I'm grown now, but my kids is half grown.
Right.
I'm not forcing relationships. Like,
nobody. And you shouldn't.
y'all know, know that you have twin great grandsons in North Carolina. If you don't make it your business to try to have a relationship with them, that's on y'all.
Right.
It's not my fault.
Right.
Like, y'all barely had,
out.
yeah, y'all missing out. Y'all barely had a relationship with me and my siblings. So why the hell am I keep reaching out and like trying to extend the olive branch? Like, I've been doing that for years. Like, I don't got time for that.
I mean, and it hurts, but that's where I'm trying to like be at peace with the hurt part. Like, man, really, like my kids are great. Okay, so that's on you. So it is what it is, type of situation. So at the end of the day, like, just burn bridges. If you're gonna burn it, just leave it as what it is. Because at this point, life is too short to be dwelling trying to forcing relationship on people and stuff like that. So with that being said, oh yeah, so no. Anyways, I know we got a little off topic, which not really, but so as far as life, what's going on? But we wanted you to come on for a reason.
Life for me, I mean, it's not bad. Honestly, I still feel I'm blessed. Just moved in a new apartment.
Okay, I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna ask you these questions.
Right,
so, I know you've been going through some things lately with your recent relationship. But I don't know if you guys are still together. But it wasn't a healthy relationship, right? So, with going through that, and Like, okay, so have you learned anything from that relationship yet? Well,
Yeah.
you have. So what have you learned? Because it wasn't easy, right? So, like, tell us about that.
About as far as like domestic violence situation,
Yeah.
it's definitely not okay. It's definitely something that I don't want to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's a female hitting a guy or a guy hitting a female, is something that's not right.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't feel like that's like if you in that situation, then you should do something to change it. You should do something to get help. You should go to counseling. You should remove yourself from the situation, or you should talk to your partner about changing, because it's not right to just stay in that situation and just act like it doesn't pretend, like act like it doesn't matter.
Right.
So one thing I did learn is, I mean, I had to deal with the consequences for it. So I
Mm-hmm.
learned it's just gonna be a setback in every way possible for
Mm-hmm.
you to be in that situation. So it's not right. It's not right within yourself. It's not right from God. It's not right from other people looking in. It shouldn't be right. So it's just something that shouldn't happen.
Okay, but so you're saying because of the consequences that you're dealing with is the reason why you decided that it's unhealthy, or have you seen it before and just ignored it?
Mm, yeah, I've seen it before and ignored it. Not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's Yeah, I've seen it before and
I mean,
ignored it.
it's
It kind of had
easier
to.
said,
It's easier
but
said than done, definitely, but it kind of had to come to like a breaking point for me to
mm-hmm.
really realize like, yeah, this is not okay. This is not gonna happen.
And I also think it comes with maturity as well.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you think about it, I feel like the relationships that we are in our adulthood, it definitely stems from our childhood. So things that we endured in our childhood, that shit carries over to our adulthood, and we don't notice that until now. So now that we're adults and we're grown, we're dealing with other grown people, and you don't know what your partner or your spouse, you don't know what they dealt with when they were children. So it's just like we become adults thinking we got everything all figured out and thinking we doing what's right, and the shit is totally wrong, and we have a lot of childhood trauma and that comes into our adulthood. So I feel like it definitely comes with maturity, with knowledge, with just seeing like, all right, enough is enough. I don't want to keep dealing with this. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you
Yeah.
said, you had to deal with consequences that came with it. Like, no one wants to keep going through the same shit over and over and over again. You do the same shit over and over again, that's insanity. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so something has to change. So,
Right. I was reading about this a couple of days ago, and it said like a toxic relationship is a relationship characterized by behaviors on the part of the toxic partner that are emotional and not infrequently physical, damaging to their partner. Toxic relationship is characterized by insecurity, self-centeredness, and dominance control. So it's like it has to be like a control thing, because sometimes when there's no boundaries in any relationships, like then people start feeling insecure.
yep.
They feel, of course, self-centered, and then they have no boundary with the relationship to the point where like they're literally sneaking around trying to like, hey, what's this person doing? Which makes them like borderline crazy. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
And
To
not even
the
in like romantic relationships, family relationships as
ships.
well, because
Right.
some family members are toxic. And I don't
Right.
care how close you are to your family, but toxic is toxic. Like,
Right.
I mean, it is what it is. I know everybody like they still stickler about, we family, we gonna stick together and this and that, which is all good and dandy to a certain
Right.
extent. Because
Right.
if
Even with
you're
friendships.
yeah, even with friendships too, if you're
Right.
negative and I'm not, and basically I'm giving out and you're not returning, it's supposed to be like relationships are give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I give all the time and you don't give me anything back, I'm gonna start feeling unappreciated. I'm gonna start feeling used. I'm gonna start
Right.
feeling like you don't really give a fuck about me. Like you just basically want to take what you can, and then when I fall short and when I'm at my lowest,
Right.
like then
No
what?
one
Like
to
I don't
help.
have nobody to help me lift me up or help me and give me what I need. So
Right.
in romantic relationships, friendships, family relationships, you have to determine and figure out what it is that you want and what you don't want. Like if you're okay dealing with certain situations and you could take people for what they are for face value, then you do that.
Right.
But I'm at a point where I ain't got time for the nonsense. Like I really don't have time for the negativity. I don't care if you a cousin, grandma, mama, daddy. I don't care who you are. Like if it's negative and toxic, I don't want no parts of it.
Walk away. Like if you're in a relationship and you feel like you're the only person who's always giving, or you never can't be yourself around that person, or this person, putting you down, you're always fighting or fighting dirty, and like nobody's like taking the initiative to work on it, then those are toxic, and you don't want to be
even not even like relationships. I want to say even like work environments could be toxic as well.
Right. I mean, work. That's definitely
work environments. Yeah, work environments. Because let me tell you something. Work. You go to work 40 hours a week. You at work more than you spend time with your family.
Right.
If your work situation is toxic as hell and you feel like you're unappreciated and you feel like you can't even function and be yourself at work, that's a problem. It's time for you. You need to leave. You need to leave that job and find another job because, I mean, it's a job. You can always find another job. But, like, don't stay too long and don't just keep sitting and waiting for something to happen. Like, you need to get up out of there because, let me tell you, these corporations, yo, they don't really care. Like, you're replaceable.
Right. A friend of mine actually quit her job this week. Because the work environment was really toxic. Yeah. So she literally just up and left.
Yeah. I have a lot of people at my job that do that. They leave because of their mental health is declining. Right. And the job is not the job. The job is not hard to do. The work ain't hard. The pay is great. It's the people. It's the upper management. Like a lot of people quit their jobs because of their managers. Right. And that's why us as black people need to start businesses and we need to work with each other. So.
And that's the thing that we always talk about. Like, just if you haven't already done so, start something. Start something for you. Like, start a business and stick to it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to be the one working for someone every day of your life and taking up all the BS that comes with it. Because if it's draining you, then your mental, your physical, your emotional, it's all involved in it, and it's just you're gonna die. I mean, we're all gonna die, but you know what I mean.
Nah, but for real,
seriously,
like for real, like that mental health, your mental health is very important.
It's very, very important.
Very important.
Which is would come to it with setting boundaries. Like you have to set boundaries in any relationship, like whether it's work, family, whatever relationship it is, you have to set boundaries. You have to choose, approach wisely, know when to say no, know when no is enough. Like having communication, open, honest communication. Using I statement and setting consequences. Like take the time to think before you talk or even like having any conversation with anybody, period. You should think about it before, hey, is what I'm about to say like a value to what we're getting ready to talk about? If it's not, then don't say it. Think before you act. Don't react just out of anger. You know what I mean? Just learn your boundary and know when those boundary has been crossed, and always understand that your needs are important no matter what. Because if you know, then you know you are important. And if you don't care about yourself, no one else is going to care about you. Just bringing you back to that relationship. Like if y'all y'all could love each other, love whatever it is, but if there's no boundary in the relationship, it's not gonna work at all. That just
I definitely
period.
agree with that.
So
what are a couple of things that you learned from your relationship?
Just like basically to be happy. Like if I'm not happy, then it ain't gonna work. And if I'm not happy with myself, then I definitely can't be happy with somebody else. So that's why
That's right.
That's why I feel like me trying to get myself together, me living alone, me going to therapy, me just doing stuff on my own is gonna help me to be happy, more happy with myself. Right. And then I can be happy with somebody else.
Right.
That's why I'm not looking for relationships. I'm not looking to go out. Like I'm honestly not even looking to go out
Right.
and see people. I'm just looking to focus on myself, work
Mm-hmm.
out, chill.
Yeah, because a lot of people look in a relationship or looking for the other person to make them happy.
Yeah,
Um, and that's not healthy because you have to
be
make
happy.
yourself happy. You have to just be happy for you, not because, like you heard and you're like, okay, I need this person to make me happy. They're not making me happy, so I'm mad, I'm upset. So you go, that's when insecurity comes in.
And then another thing, how I know I mature more after this time, and because like normally, like if I go through a breakup with my girlfriend, I'll be like looking to have another girl or have somebody on the side. But it's like at this point, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just worried about focusing on myself and bettering myself. Because I don't even want nobody in my space like that. Like
Hmm.
if I don't know, if I don't know you, if I don't know your intentions is good for me, I don't want you in my space. Period.
Right,
Yep.
right. But anyways, it's all good and well said and stuff, but if y'all both decide, okay, y'all want to work on it, it has to be like both ways. It has to be it has to be like y'all both have to be willing to commit, to work on whatever it is. Like
Yeah,
therapy is like very, very important. Y'all could go separate, work on each other, and then, together too as well, because at the end of the day, if y'all go back in knowing what has already been done and knowing that it keep happening over and over again, then it's gonna happen again
yeah.
until both of y'all work on each other.
Yep.
So
I just wanted to talk about the work situation again. I just seen this little post, whatever. It says to basically take your time, like take your lunch breaks, take a mental health day, use your vacation because you can't get that time back. Some people are so like stickler and like so like career driven that they don't use their vacation. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't want to call out. So it says never feel guilty for taking your full lunch break, needing a mental health day, or using your vacation time. Make time for yourself now because you won't get that time back. Like it's even like I kind of feel like that way about like 401ks and stuff. I mean, it's good to have 401k. I have 401k. I have two 401ks. But it's just like, it's like, oh, you can't touch this money till you 50, 60 years old. It's like, damn, by the time I'm 50, 60 years old, I'm already going to be established and successful and I'm going to have a certain amount of money allotted. Like, why do I have to wait until I'm 50, 60 years old to touch that bread? Like, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't want to live when I'm 50, 60 years old. I want to live now.
Right.
Like, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
good. It's good to have. I mean, everybody should have like life insurance and all of that type of stuff. Like everyone should, especially life insurance. The way our community is dying so soon. But I don't know. I just feel like the way like how we grew up is like we just all right, y'all go to school, get your education, go get a career job, make sure you got a 401k, make sure you got good benefits and vacation and all that. And it's like, yo, like, then you work at these jobs, and then it's like, you got to ask somebody when you want to take off. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just like, you got to sit here and fight to climb up the career ladder, especially like with me, like, I'm black and I'm a female, so I already got 2 strikes against me. So, like, I got to work 10 times harder. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's not as easy as, like, our elders made it seem. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just want to encourage people, like young people, like, you know what I'm saying, to just live your life and be happy. Don't put yourself and waste your time in unhappy relationships and situations. Like, just live your life, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all got limited time here, so it's like you don't waste your time with the wrong people. Like, don't waste your energy on certain situations that don't need it.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just wanted to put that
Yeah,
out there.
were you put in that the investment thing with the 401k? Like, just imagine like there's people out here. I mean, it's good to invest if you have kids, you have family. Like, it's good to invest in those things. But like just imagine like you're doing all of that and you're of course like 60, 62. Like if you can retire, like I'm saying when I'm 62, I'm probably going to retire way before that. That's my goal. But like I was having the conversation with my dad, and I told him like, Dad, like, are you gonna wait till you're 65? My dad said he'll be 60 this year, so he said 2 more year he is out. He said he might not even make it to the 2 year, and he said he don't care. He's done, like, cause he wants to enjoy his life now. Cause I'm like, listen to like my uncle when he died, like he had all this money saved and all that stuff. Like his kids can't even enjoy his money because there was like other situation where of course they can't get it. But like if you're working hard, enjoy life. Like take your money, take yourself on a vacation. Go see things, like live, enjoy life because tomorrow's not promised. Like
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. Like for real.
right,
Like,
tomorrow's definitely not
really
promised
not.
because like I said earlier, which is not funny, but of course we're all gonna die. But if you can't enjoy life, if you're just working just to work, you're not living.
Nope, you survive.
Like you're surviving. Like that's why this year is gonna be a great year for me because it started off wrong, but it's definitely gonna be a great year as far as like just self love, boundary, traveling, taking more naps, as much naps as I can, telling people no and just
leaving
it at that, and being healthy. That's all I'm doing because I can't survive. I have to live, and I pray everybody else do, and you need to do the same for you.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah, that's crazy. Life is crazy, man.
And some people just want to work and
Just work.
want to work.
Yo, like there was this guy, yo, like this was maybe 2-3 years ago. I'm not trying to knock whatever he's doing. He is okay, like with just making what I think he said. As long as he's making $34,000 a year, he's good. Yeah, I know that was my reaction. That was my reaction. This was a grown man. Like
I mean, but you got to think if he ain't got a car payment, he ain't got to pay rent. What if he got a wife that pays rent and his car payment?
well,
$34,000 a year is not bad.
I mean, yeah, he didn't have kids, not that I know of. He wasn't married. He had a girlfriend at the time. But the conversation was like it was over something so dumb, like, and he's okay with I'm good, like for the rest of my life as long as I'm making 34. His exact word.
For the rest of
I'm
his
good.
life,
Like what? Like you're settling. Like
yeah.
you're settling. Don't settle. Come up with a business and live life. Enjoy life. $34,000 is okay for some people, but that's
I mean, I ain't trying to
nothing.
bash nobody, but shit,
I'm not
I was making that when I was like a teenager.
exactly. So I'm like shoot for the start, man. Like don't just stay where you are. I want people to shoot for the start.
You know, another thing I start doing
I
too,
can't. I
like
could not deal with
I
that.
mean, to each his own. Because I don't know what nobody got going
I mean,
on,
but still, but like forever, you're okay with making that forever, and you're good.
that's crazy. He must be a real minimalist like type of person, but I don't know. Like I got other goals and aspirations, but I know like I wanna make a certain amount of money too. But I mean, eventually, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be my own boss. But even like now that I got experience working in corporate America and things like that, like I just negotiate because I know my worth. I even negotiated like on my rental contracts. Like you know how they go up on your rent every year. I just negotiate. Anything I gotta pay for, I'm negotiating.
Right.
Like I mean, all they could do is say
No.
yes or no.
Exactly. That's the
So
worst that could happen.
I just negotiate because like I'm sorry, like, but 34,000, nah, that's crazy for the rest of your life.
He said he was fine as long as he did that. I was like, what?
He
Really?
must be a real minimalist. He must not have like a whole bunch of responsibilities and stuff like that. But you know, to each his own. I ain't judging nobody.
I mean, I wasn't judging, but I just feel like, how can you just like say? I mean, how could you say you grown? He was in his. He probably 40 now. I don't know. But he was in his 30. This was just like 3 years ago, maybe like 37 something. But how can you be okay with that? You know, that's what I'm trying to get at. Like, I want, like, hey, like, just pick a number, like the highest number you can, and go for it. Because remember what I said, what you say, stay. Like, what you say on yourself is gonna stay. If you say, hey, I just want to make $30,000 a year, that's where your mind is gonna be. Your mind is gonna stay there, and you're gonna complain about it. But if you're happy, if that's what makes you happy, then that's what makes you happy. I'm not trying to knock anybody, whatever money you make, whatever. But I just want people to like shoot higher. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So,
But you know.
anyway, but I do want to leave this though. I know after. Do you have any advice for anybody who's going through or having issues with domestic violence that
Seek help.
seek help?
Definitely seek help. Don't ignore the issue. Don't ignore it.
Hmm.
I mean, it's something that should be fixed, or you should walk away from it. That's really all.
Or somebody could notice like some of the red flags, but I don't think people know what red flags are.
Mm-mm. But you know what? Sometimes, like, someone could be going through something, but they're just like, they're scared to say anything.
Oh
Or,
yeah, that too.
they're scared.
That's a red flag
Or they
right there.
just comfortable. Some
Or they're
people
comfortable.
they know what's going on. They'll talk to you about it. They'll explain what's going on, but they'll still be in that situation because they just comfortable.
Comfortable and codependent. They don't know how to really
Codependent. Right.
move and
That's
be
the
on their
word.
own and be independent and just be strong enough to do it by themselves,
Yeah.
basically.
Or some people will ask for help, but then they don't want the help. They ask, but they don't really want it. Or some people will, ask for help, but when you try to offer them help, it's like a scare, like a scare thing. Like they're scared that something's gonna happen if they take that help. Like that. Did y'all hear about the? I think it was on Facebook. Someone went to a vet, or say someone's going on with their dog, and then she wrote a note and then slip it to the vet saying that she's in an abusive relationship. While they were waiting, they had her sitting in a room, and they ended up calling the police, and the police came there and arrested the man. Like, 'cause he went with her. That was the only way she could have, reach out to anybody about her situation because she didn't know who to tell, and apparently he was abusing her. So that was her way of getting help. Like, we don't know. She probably could have like been trying to like get out of there and just don't know how. So if you don't know how, there are help out there.
Yeah, and I also be watching TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I be on TikTok. I don't have an account. I just download the app. But I've seen like some videos where like the girls be like they'll call like the pizza restaurant, be like, yeah, I would like a pepperoni pizza. And I'm like, ma'am, do you know you calling the the pizza restaurant? And they be like, yeah. And I'm like, are you okay? She be like, no. And I'm like, yeah. And they'll give the address and give the number and be like, yeah, hurry up and order send the pizza. I need the pizza now. But
Oh
like
wow.
I mean it's on TikTok
Right.
but I mean I was
hey,
just thinking like dang somebody could really that could really
be
help somebody.
somebody, right?
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
crazy.
But yeah, it's just sad, especially coming from domestic violence, like growing up in that type of stuff. So like it's just sad when I see like young women going through it now, or like even men, because men go through it too. Like
Right.
Definitely.
because women are also abusive. Like and they
Right.
try to play the victim, and I hate to say that and be like that, but it's just like yo, that junk going both. It go both ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So. I just wanted to leave off the National Domestic Violence Hotline. It's 1-800-799-7233. Again, that number is 1-800-799-7233. If you or yourself or anyone that needs to get help, feel free to call a 1-800 number for the National Domestic Violence Hotline. And you can be anonymous. You don't have to leave your name and your number. Just call that number if you or a loved one needs to get the help that they need.
Definitely. And if you need somebody to talk to, you can holler at me at Jumpman underscore on Instagram, Jumpman Scrap underscore, and I can talk to you, let you know what's up.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's resources out here. So, being in an abusive relationship is not fun. You got to put yourself first, love yourself
Jesus.
first, and
Mhm.
it's a whole bunch of resources out here. So we just want y'all to know that we got y'all.
Right.
And also, I want to leave off with this quote. You don't ever have to feel guilty about removing toxic people from your life. It doesn't matter whether someone is a relative, romantic interest, employer, childhood friend, or a new acquaintance. You don't have to make room for people who cause you pain or make you feel small. It's one thing if a person owns up to their behavior and makes an effort to change, but if a person disregards your feelings, ignores your boundaries, and continues to treat you in a harmful way, they need to go.
Amen to that one. All right. Well,
That's
thank you.
facts.
Thanks for coming, bud. Well, Scotty. Sorry, I can't. I'm not supposed to call you Bob, right?
Nah,
Supposed
it's
to call
cool. You
you
can add me on
Scotty.
Snap at the real Bub Gets.
Okay, there you go. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning
And
in.
listening.
We appreciate you and we love you. We hope you come back and please continue to send us your requests, anything you want us to talk about, because we really, really want y'all to continue to come back because we appreciate all your loves. Um, so with that being said,
Y'all can hit us up on our Gmail at lovelifeafter18@gmail.com and follow us on all social media platforms at love.lifeafter. And please send us all your questions, comments, or concerns. And if you'd like to be a guest, please shoot us an email so we could go ahead and get you scheduled. It's
She
Love
got me
Life
feeling like a
After.
dope fiend. I'm addicted to a black queen, a black queen.
I'm addicted. I know I'm addicted. No, I'm addicted. I know I'm addicted.